What's going on? It's Justeeni here. You guys know that I've been training for the World Championships with Zebasi, and I've been doing a lot of 24-hour games, mostly against randoms, and sometimes when you go against randoms, they refuse to cooperate, and instead of picking a normal tribe, which I would like them to do, they pick a special tribe. Obviously, they don't know any better, but for those that wants to know better, if you see me in random match, please pick a normal tribe if it's a 24-hour small lake game. Otherwise, I don't really care. But for these specific settings, please. So now, for the sake of funnies, I'm going to show you demolishing special tribes, because yeah, this has been happening a lot with my random games. So yeah, let's just get right into things. So first, we've got against Illyrian. I have a little bit of a silly opening that I decided to try here just for fun. Again, I'm not taking this too seriously. I'm against Illyrian. I don't care if I win. But I decided to just ignore the ruin and just go for a village. Unfortunately, the village was just too far away, so didn't really work out. And unfortunately, I can't even kill this poly tower. I was hoping I could, but it just doesn't work out. At least I get the ruin. Roads pre-cap, and I can still get this village at least. They decide to do that for some reason. I get a pop ruin, and I can get an Explorer, get things going. Maybe Explorer was a little premature, honestly. Like, I probably could have just like trained more units, but oh well. Illyrian doing their thing with a nice level 3 capital somehow. Must be from a pop ruin, because also are they getting the population. I get another Explorer ruin, of course. Why not? And it's gonna ensure that I don't get Eye of God. I love this game sometimes. Now another Explorer. Yeah, I spammed a lot of Explorers. What was even the point of that, Justeeni? I have 2 population on my cap that I'm not using, and I wish I had more units. Anyway. So, they're doing their thing. Actually pretty scary. I'm kind of a little bit cut off, but they just decide to generously let me pressure their city a lot, and yeah, I take advantage of that. I'm just gonna siege, and if they don't make a really inconvenient road play, then I'm just winning. Now I can finally put that population to use from those explorers all that time ago to get that giant. Park of Fortune here, not using the farm because I'm gonna get the next giant there eventually. No reason to spend the 5 stars and save the monument, rather do it the other way around so I have more stars on hand. But now I'm finally getting some cities. Expanding to all the corners of the map, getting a city wall here just to be very annoying. And I can even border growth this later. But they are just simply toast. They don't know how to play sanctuaries, so hooray, I win. That's me destroying some random Illyrian. Isn't this fun? This basically counts as Polytopia, I think. Anyway, I have more though, so on to the next match. Alright, now of course I went against Segmenti as well because this tribe is like really overpowered on lakes in general, so of course you're gonna see it. I go against a Segmenti player and my spawn kind of is not great for going against Segmenti. I go construction here, which in retrospect I'm a little unsure of, but that's what I went with because why not? I meet Segmenti, they're on a ruin, I'm kind of sad, but it is what it is. I go for the port, which is really aggressive here. I'm just trying to out expand them. I don't know if it's actually good here, probably not, but you know, again, I'm not tryharding these games. I'm trying to intentionally not spend a lot of time with these so I can focus on my other games that are more important. So yeah, you get to see some very sloppy gameplay. I'm trying to, again, expand here, just hope, you know, I don't think they have a centipede like based on score. They do not have a centipede, but they do have hexapods for some reason, despite the map shape. So I go for scouts, just again, trying to deny them expansion, but of course they get that city anyway. So it was all for nothing. I can get this lighthouse at least. Pew pew there. It's very close to Eye of God actually if I just get like this city or something. And I'm doing some nice expansion over here, getting the workshop. Now they decide to throw their shaman up there for some reason, and thank you. Yeah. This is what people do, I guess. They kill my scout. Now they have a centipede. Oh no. Well, if only I had construction to get a giant quickly. Yeah, I didn't really make use of construction for a very long time, which is why it was probably not a good idea to get so early, but hey, we can use it now. And now I'm just way up in cities. I get a border growth just to be very restrictive against them. And they don't have their shaman. I'm up in cities. They're trying for Reichi, but it's not really going to matter. I'm making more units. I'm having more cities. Border growth is also nice for the windmill spot. I mostly did it for restriction, but the windmill is a nice bonus, giving me a giant there. They sacked their hexapod there for no reason. They don't have Eye of God. I'm quite happy with this situation. Their centipedes just kind of meandering, doing absolutely nothing of value, which is something that we like to see when the opponent wastes their super units doing absolutely nothing. But now I can get vision. Of course, I don't get Eye of God because why would I? This game hates me sometimes. And yeah, they just have 4 cities. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of this. They can't fight me. They don't have a shaman. They just tried to spam Reichi. They take the city, so then now they have 5 cities, but then I take their city back. And then I have a funny little mycelium thing because they decided to not destroy it this time because they don't even have recycling. Absolutely peak gameplay. Truly something. Anyway, let's go to another match. Alright, on to another game. Now, I didn't find any Aquarion because people realize that tribe sucks on small lakes, but I did find a Polaris somehow, even though that tribe is arguably just as bad on small lakes. It's like Vanguard level. But yeah, we found Polaris, and this is like one of the worst possible matchups for Polaris. So, yeah, very cool. I can explore, see what's going on. I can't really find Polaris terrain, so I don't know where they are. But this explorer does help narrow it down. Doing my thing, expanding, trying to look for ruins and villages. I go for like a riding opening this time. Construction opening probably would have been fine as well. But against Polaris specifically, riding opening is very nice. And you know, I just felt like it. Again, I'm going against a special tribe. I don't really care. Now roads. And this really was the game of all time. You can see how short their turns are because they are doing nothing. Like I'm just beating up some random like 1000 elo and I'm posting it on YouTube. Isn't that cool? Yeah, they literally have 1 city and they've been spamming Moonies. Like this is just, yeah. This is what I queue up against sometimes. Mijawan, why don't you have like a way to filter out different elos? This wasn't fun for anyone involved. They just like lost their only city and then they cried probably. And then I was frustrated that I didn't get a good match, but I'm using it for content anyway. So who's the real winner here? I guess I am. Anyway, I'll cut to one more match. Alright, so extra bonus segmenting match featuring very cracked Zebasi spawn. So yay, we get to dunk on special tribes more. If I don't sound enthusiastic, it's because I'm not enthusiastic. It's like frankly really boring. You guys know how much I dislike the new Segmenti. Now construction pre-cap, because I'm planning to get the Explorer, so like I'm not gonna workshop it. Like it makes more sense to go construction. Why construction against Segmenti? Well, because like giant rushing is actually like not bad against them if you follow it up right. And like I get the big windmills, but I end up just going riding anyway because I see they make hexapods and yeah, sure. And like I'm really close to them, so yada yada. Like I was hoping to go like construction markets and stuff, which I am still planning those just in case it's relevant. You know, in case they're like actually good at the game. But fortunately, a bit of a spoiler alert, that will not actually be an issue. Now I am able to take advantage of windmills still. Despite the circumstances, I can make some units, get this kind of free level 3 city, which is very cool. They only have 3 cities. I get a road and star ruin, which is like best case scenario, and now I just completely stomp them into the ground. I put all my units here and their shaman is dead, guaranteed. Have fun. So yeah, I'm close to trade. I have yeah, I'm literally 1 tag from trade. I'm absolutely demolishing them because fair and balanced ruins. Again, they're not even getting recycling. This is one of these kinds of games. Anyway, though, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.